Hello, this is the reading for Jenny, and I'm using the Wisdom of the Oracle cards for you. This time I have started all reading the same way I start all readings, by asking for assistance from my guides, and for grace, clarity, compassion, and objectivity. And I hope this resonates for you. I did not have a specific question from Jenny, which is how I prefer it, really, because if I can answer your question without knowing what it is, then you may be more inclined to follow whatever guidance you choose to receive. So, let's see what we get. I'm going to just pull one card unless more than one happens to fall out. Okay, and one did fall out for you, Jenny, and you got By the Book. And when we see By the Book, this is a suggestion that now is not the time to be bucking the system. It's a time to be teachable. It's a time to be adaptable, and to recognize that there are rules in place for a reason. And you know, I think it was I don't know, maybe it was Picasso that said that you have to first learn the rules before you can break them. And I feel like that's a little bit of the message here for you. This is really a beautiful card. There's one elephant in the lead, and then smaller and smaller. And this isn't suggesting that the smaller ones are less significant. It's suggesting that they are in that the larger one is in a place of knowledge, and that it's okay sometimes to follow the leader until you are quite well established. This is also about it is a little bit about conformity, especially as relates to getting along with other people, but it's also about universal law as well. And when we start talking about universal law, we're kind of crossing over into a spiritual place, a spiritual time for learning and growth, and moving forward, as it were, and to recognize that there are things that we don't always understand, but that, they are what they are, and there's advantages to being observant and being teachable. The universe works within a structure of divine law, and a lot of times things happen that we don't understand, and we're not always going to have all the answers, but it calls on an opportunity for you to have some faith and to recognize that you are a co-creator in your life with Spirit. And don't forget to ask for help when you need it, because Spirit is always there. Follow your instincts. Be teachable. Be adaptable. Recognize the advantages to universal laws and the order of things and the blessings that come with order. And that's not to say sometimes a little chaos isn't good for the soul, but right now is not the time for that. As it relates to relationships, this card signifies that getting along with others requires a bit of understanding about who they are and how they have become, and an understanding that they have become who they are because of where they have been, and finding some middle ground, as it were. And so the suggestion with this as relates to relationships is that respecting and trying to understand and find some common ground with people at this time is going to enhance and strengthen your relationships. Now is not the time to push or to teach, but it's the time to learn and to understand. As prosperity goes, and that's anything that has anything to do with abundance, any kind of abundance, not just financial abundance, but especially as relates to career and having the things that you want and manifesting the things that you want and that you need. Uh, this is actually kind of a time that you can start expecting a little bit of return on your investment, whether that investment is financial or education and training or time, um, generosity of any kind and giving of any kind on your part. You're going to start seeing the fruits of your labors. And it's going to be directly because you were teachable and you were observant um, and again, looking for that common ground and for the order that is sometimes in what feels very chaotic. So, um, your creative projects are going to be paying off at this time as well. Um, Try to be patient. Don't cut corners. Um, it's kind of the time for you to, rather than branch out and branch off and experiment in things, it's kind of time for you to kind of stick with what you know and continue observing and learning and being teachable and moving forward. And what you're going to find is that you're going to attract the abundance that you're looking for. And again, that's abundance of all kinds, whether it be um, uh, financial or in response to relationships. Bringing and drawing to you the people and the situations in your life that are gonna edify you and build you up. So the overall message with this card is um, to be teachable, to be a little bit flexible, and learn the rules. Uh, be um, cognizant of what's going on, being observant, and follow the rules a little bit. Certainly not the kind of rules that question your integrity, but I don't feel like you're going to have those types of rules coming into play right now. You're not being asked to do something that goes against your core values. You're just being asked to observe and recognize the order that's happening in your world right now and realize that it's there for a reason and that it's going to bless you greatly. But this is a very nice card um, to get because essentially it's a little bit of a universal hug for you that you are on the right track and that things are starting to come into play. Things that you've been manifesting are working in your favor now. And as long as you um, focus on what you know um, and continue to learn and look for the order among the chaos, that relationships are going to deepen and and abundance of all kinds are coming to you. So just be patient and start watching for those signs that things are coming your way. It's really a beautiful card. So it means that your hard work and things that you were kind of questioning before, you followed your instincts and your instincts were right. So that's quite a lovely card for you, Jenni, and I'm glad that you got on it of information coming in. Um, there's a little time of settlement in there that makes you feel uh, comfortable and safe and free to move forward. So that's a very nice card. If you have any questions, of course, you're welcome to send me. Let me know. Bye.